Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Tonight's video is called How the Pros Do PPC on Amazon. I'm your host Steve. I was a former professional seller on Amazon for about 2 to 3 years. I started out merchant fulfilling VCRs. I did that for a while, which I recommend Sony if you guys pick them up. But tonight's video, I'm just gonna recap one of my favorite all-time videos. Was by a woman. She does a video on PPC, and so tonight we're gonna talk about her philosophy, which is PPC is a continuous feedback loop. Basically, what you're doing is you're just trying different things to see what works for your product. Keep it in mind that the main thing is the keywords. Go from there. You have your automatic campaigns where Amazon's going to choose where you show up in search. They're going to what products you're going to show up under for like products related to this item. Then you have your manual campaigns where you get to choose the keywords. You can use really cool tools by Helium 10 to find those keywords, which I'm going to have a link in the description for a discount. But anyway, guys, I even use Cerebro from Helium 10, I use Cerebro in my own manual PPC campaign list, where I would literally spy on my competitors by getting their ASIN numbers from their products, plugging that into Cerebro and finding out which keywords they're using to drive traffic. Basically, you want to go for high search keywords, guys. That's really where it's at. You want to know which keywords for your product are the high search keywords. I even did it for one of my t-shirts today. I do t-shirts for Merch by Amazon. I do them for Zazzle. I have my own Zazzle store. So I do a lot of designing, guys. And today I was using Helium 10 to find out which keywords are trending for t-shirts that I was designing for. And I was able to find like a 6,000 search keyword. It's kind of a long tail keyword, which means multiple words. But anyway, guys, it's like 6,000 searches a month. So that's what I used in my Zazzle product. I used that as the title because it had like 6,000 searches a month. So guarantee I'll get a little traffic off of that because people are going to Zazzle, the same as Amazon. You can use Amazon's data to relate to other websites. Like, for example, in this case, I sell on Zazzle. I was looking for my title for Zazzle. I just, used Helium 10 to find out which keywords I should use for my title. So do you see how, like, I think a lot of people that are new to Helium 10 think it's only useful for Amazon, but that's not true. You can use it for eBay. You can use it for any selling website because it's all got keywords in common, right, guys? So you have your manual campaigns where you're choosing your own keywords, plugging those in, seeing what, putting those hooks out, seeing if you can catch some fish and sell some products. And then you have your sponsored products related to this item. Sponsored products are literally my favorite campaign. I used to draw up my sink snakes right below other top sellers. One day I was at my friend Mariah's. She's a good friend of mine. I was at her house and I literally sold 16 sink snake packs in one night. For me, that was a record. I was like, wow, that's great. That was 16 sales in one night. So I used Helium 10 to find out, which keywords are going to sell the sink snakes. I would find out who was selling them the most, and then I would do reverse ASIN checks on their listen through Cerebro, find out what they were using for keywords for the snakes, and that's how I was able to really get a lot of sales on my snakes. I actually didn't pay a dime out of pocket for PPC. It was all covered from my sink snake sales. The problem was they just weren't selling enough to really make it worth it, so I had to get out of the business, especially since Amazon started selling my sink snakes. So there are downsides to selling on Amazon that we've been talking about this week, but Amazon isn't, necessarily a crooked or shady organization. I think it really just boils down to the math, guys. I think for me, I did my math wrong. I ended up getting into a saturated product. I was young back then, I went to Amazon and I would just go to add a product and see what the top trending products were. In this case, it was my sink snakes, right? So being a young, entrepreneur, I just, I wanted to pull the trigger on something. So I ended up just buying a whole bunch of sink snakes from China, and I was able to make contacts with them. And, it's benefited me to this day. I like to use Alibaba. I like to use the trade assurance for every order. I recommend you do the same, but I also recommend to my followers that you guys not buy any products until you really get educated. You can use you can use a program from Helium 10 called Freedom Ticket. One of my favorite selling coaches does it. You can get 50% off that Freedom Ticket Platinum plan with my discount code, which I'm going to leave in the description. But, he gives a lot of great pointers. They go over the math of selling on Amazon. They go over how to order. They go over everything. They go over Chinese philosophies of how the Chinese, think and talk. They also go over like how best to relate to the Chinese because it's such a culture clash, right? Um, One thing I can recommend to you your first few orders is just keep your English short and sweet to the point. That's what I recommend, guys. But anytime you order from Alibaba, always use trade assurance. So anyway, guys, thirdly with the PPC was the sponsored products, right? So that's one of the when I was doing Amazon, though, that was my three choices I had. It was the sponsored products, the auto campaigns, and the manual campaigns. I know there's a few other options, but those are the three that I would choose. And so basically, I would land my sink snakes on sponsored products right below top trending home improvement, sink snake type products. I would advertise under similar products that you would buy that product with. For example, maybe a drain cleaner. I would advertise my snakes under their listings. And so basically, guys, there's so many ways that you can use Helium 10. I'd really like you to go over to the website right now just for fun, www.helium10.com, and just see what they have to offer. Keywords, I would say that their best tools are the keyword tools that they have because that's gold to anybody selling because you can literally plug in those keywords in your main titles and start driving traffic right away. Just as an example, guys, I'm going to leave my eBay Sink Snake listing down below so you guys can understand what it's actually like to have a legit professional looking listing. It's through eBay. But basically, I'm selling my sink snakes on eBay. Not, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I still make a little bit of money selling the snakes. I'm one of the top sellers on eBay. You can check out that listing below. I actually end up paying a model $50 for her photos because I wanted to have professional looking photos. And so, it's her using the sink snake so that she can represent the women out there so they can see themselves selling, using that product. So I paid for the model. I did my research. All the titles I have in my eBay right now they all came from my research in Helium 10. That's how I'm driving so much traffic is because of the tools of Helium 10. Guys, I'm not getting rich off being an affiliate for Helium 10. I'm actually doing this mostly for free because I don't make a lot off the commissions. I think I've only made like a couple $100 doing this. So you guys, the reason why I bring that up is because I'm not doing this for the money. I'm actually doing this because I care about people. Because I want you guys to have the knowledge. I don't want you to make the mistakes that I made when I first started selling. I wish I had people telling me what I'm telling you guys today, to slow your roll, slow down, don't order products until you really do your research. What price point should I come in? Should I buy anything at a certain dollar amount? Like for me, I shouldn't have sold cheap products. I really don't believe that unless you do it right, you really can't make money if you sell cheaper products. You really got to do the math, guys. You really need to do the math. So anyway, guys, those are the three main PPCs that I use, the automatic, manual, and the sponsored products. But basically, guys, her philosophy was that PPC is a continuous feedback loop. And what that means is you're changing the data almost on a daily basis in the Amazon Seller Central site. You can right there you can manage your PPC campaigns on Amazon. You can shut keywords off. You can turn keywords on. You can almost delete keywords. You can see which campaigns are working. You can see which keywords are making the sales, and then you can up bids on that. So like, let's say a keyword's doing really well. Why not up the bid if you're making money off that keyword, right? So being that PPC is all about keywords, that's why I'm telling you guys about Helium 10 because they have such great tools. They have the black box where you can do your product research. They have my personal tool, Cerebro, where you can do those reverse ASIN checks. But anyway, guys, hopefully this video was helpful. So if you can just not give up on PPC, if you just started, I'm sure that you can make it work. Please try out Cerebro. Please do those reverse ASIN checks. Please see what those high search keywords are that you can actually get right from Helium 10. And you guys can start making sales right away. I mean, literally, I was finding keywords from Helium 10 that I'd make like $100 or more per keyword. Basically, guys, it's keywords that you're not going to find out without doing this Helium 10 research. You're not going to be able to see what those keywords are that you normally would miss without those tools. So if you're trying to be professional, you got to do it the right way, guys. And thank you so much for tuning into this video today. Please, please, please do your homework and go on over to helium10.com and plug in my discount code. Until next time, thank you.